what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be talking about the upcoming Hot Toys Batman and Robin Mr. Freeze 6 scale figure. Like, wow, now this was definitely a surprise. And I was hearing rumors that Hot Toys was making a Mr. Freeze figure based on like the Arnold Schwarzenegger version, of Mr. Freeze from that film. Because I know a lot of fans have always hated that film, Batman and Robin. That's why it's kind of surprised that we are getting figures based on that. And I personally always thought that the film was like underrated. So yeah, this is definitely like a surprise to me. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about it and happy about it. And I'm going to get into this right now. Okay, here's the Hot Toys Batman and Robin Mr. Freeze 6 scale figure. Wow, this was definitely a surprise. I really wasn't expecting this. And I was hearing rumors that Hot Toys was working on a Mr. Freeze figure too. So this was definitely unexpected, but I was hearing rumors. So you get two different versions of this particular piece too as well. You have like the collector's edition, like the standard version, but you also have like a deluxe version which would come with like a pair of wings, like for when Mr. Freeze is flying. But wow, this is definitely amazing news. I really just was not expecting this, and the film is like so hated. Like everybody like really just hates that film, like Batman and Robin, like the second one that Joel Schumacher had directed. But I have always been a fan of it. I always thought it was like underrated, but it is still cool that we are getting figures like based on that particular film in this series. A lot of fans like really hated it. I still think this is awesome news. Now the Mr. Freeze figure will stand 33.5 centimeters tall. He will have 30 points of articulation, and of course like the detailed likeness of Arnold Schwarzenegger. He will have a detachable LED-lighted transparent helmet, plus he will have 8 interchangeable hands, even like LED-lighted design like on his armor too as well. Even like a freeze gun with a USB powered feature. Even like the armor is like USB powered too as well. Now his accessories would include like the freeze gun, and if you get the deluxe version, he will also have like a pair of like the silver color wings, but this is only in the deluxe version. Plus like a stand. I could tell this is at the stand that they are using from the Arkham Origins XC suit. It's that same stand, but now you just got a Mr. Freeze like name written on it. So yeah, I think this is like very awesome, and he does have the rolling eyeballs feature too as well. I think the likeness to Arnold Schwarzenegger is pretty good on this figure. I do notice like when you look at the one where you detach his head, like his armor, like his helmet, it does like something that's kind of off around like the eye area, like his eyes, like it's like they're not large enough, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really too sure, but I think it still is like a solid likeness to Arnold Schwarzenegger. And plus you have like the rolling eyeballs feature too as well. But like I said, I don't think it's really quite perfect, but it's still like a pretty good likeness in my opinion. And especially like when you have the helmet on, it definitely does look like, and I'm glad they gave him like a serious expression too, because in the film he was making all those like those like jokes and stuff, which I thought was kind of funny, But I'm glad he didn't really do them like that. I'm glad that they kept him like with a serious like expression, because I thought he looked pretty cool too. So this is still awesome news, and like I say, definitely unexpected. Wow. Now the armor on Mr. Freeze's suit is like USB power too, like as well. Like it lights up. God, I can't wait to see how that ever really look in person. And I'm glad that they are using like USB powered features, because apparently like all the spots right there, and I'm guessing that's gonna be those are the spots that will like really light up like that. So wow, it might be kind of hard to take pictures with it because it's like bright out the lights, But like I said, it still looks pretty cool. And if that is how it's gonna be, wow. I'm definitely looking forward to that. And even like the freeze gun to itself has like a light up feature to it in it as well, because I think it says that this is USB power, because I wouldn't be surprised if that was like batteries, but I think they said that is a USB power too as well, the actual like freeze gun. But still, even like the helmet lights up too, so whoa, you can have all these lights all around Mr. Freeze like him lit up. Wow, that would really look amazing. It really would. Mr. Freeze also has like these detailed mechanisms that can be switched out like on his gauntlets too as well. Like if you see right in this pic, like of his forearms, you can switch out like the mechanisms to like different, I guess, like accessories that you could put on there, because he was doing that stuff throughout the film, like whenever he's like programming or like calling stuff or anything like that. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool that you can do that too. Like you can switch out the mechanisms on his gauntlets too. And if you get the deluxe version of this particular piece, he would come with the glider wings, which have like a metallic finish to them too as well. So that's pretty cool. Plus, he also has like a frozen environment theme base too, and this is the same base I could tell that they use with the Batman Arkham Origins XC suit, the Hot Toys. That particular stand, you can still tell it's that same exact stand, which is cool. And it has like the ice on it too as well. You can slide it to it on the side. I think that's pretty cool. Only thing about it is that you see Mr. Freeze's name right there on the nameplate. But I still think that's pretty cool that we get these accessories too as well, like to go with it if you get like the exclusive version of this particular piece. Now, when I look at the figure, it does like it's using like the same, like I guess you could say body cast as RoboCop, because he looks like RoboCop. You know, like the proportions of it, like the thickness of the suit. But it doesn't have any die cast metal, and I'm kind of surprised too that this wasn't like a die cast metal. But I'm guessing that the armor that you would think that it was, but I don't see die cast metal in the way. I wonder if I'm missing it or anything. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised that it didn't have a die cast metal in it. But it does like they're kind of using like a mold from like a RoboCop like figure. Like you could tell, because it really looks like RoboCop to a certain extent. But it's Mr. Freeze. But yeah, from what I'm seeing, it's not any die cast pieces in it, so that's kind of a surprise, like die cast metal. But I still think it's awesome that the suit would be able to light up like that, like the armor, like you can see it all lit around the helmet, like the armor pieces, the chest pieces, the leg pieces. That really does look cool. Now, Hot Toys has the Batman and Robin Mr. Freeze 6-scale figure scheduled to be shipped between January and June of 2026. So yeah, there's no question I'll be picking this one on up. This is definitely another must-buy for me. And I always thought this film was like underrated, because I know the fans throughout the years have always like hated on it and stuff, but I always thought it was underrated, you know. And I just watched it like I think that was a few years ago, and I still thought it was kind of cool, you know. I was still like enjoying it. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this, and I wonder if we would get like other figures, say like Ivy, like Poison Ivy, because I was hearing rumors that we were going to be getting this particular figure, and it has been revealed that there is like a Mr. Freeze from Hot Toys based on Batman and Robin. So yeah, I think that's awesome news. So yeah, definitely a must buy for me. So yeah, I'll be definitely picking this up next year. Now, Hot Toys has the Mr. Freeze figure scheduled to ship between January and June of 2026. So yeah, this is definitely a must buy for me. I'll definitely be picking this figure up next year. Now, I'm surprised that the figure doesn't have any like die cast melt in it from what I'm seeing, like built into it. So that's kind of interesting. But I do think it's still pretty cool that the whole suit is like lit up like that. Wow, that might look very amazing like in person. I guess if anything, it might be kind of bad, like on photography pics, if you're trying to take pictures of it, because like that bright white light. But still, I bet that'd be so cool looking. And it's USB powered too as well. Even like his freeze gun has like a USB power feature too, so you can have that like lit up too as well. I also noticed that the stand that they are using is the same stand from the Hot Toys Batman Arkham Origins XC suit Batman. That same particular stand, because you even have like the ice that you can put onto it too as well. So I think that's pretty cool, and okay, I'm okay with that they're using that same mold, because if anything, just the name is on there, like it says Mr. Freeze on there. And I do also notice that the body itself, it looks like it's kind of similar to like RoboCop. Like the mold that they're using really reminds you of like a RoboCop figure from like Hot Toys, but it does have a die cast metal in it, so I think that's pretty interesting. Plus, I think the likeness to Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think it's solid. It does like it was something kind of off around like his eyes, like when you have like his helmet off. It's like they're too closed or too small or something, if I'm not mistaken. But when he has the helmet on, it definitely looks like him. But it still looks like him with it off too as well. But if I decided like like the nitpick or something like that, or just make a rant about it, you know. But still, yeah, this is definitely a must buy for me. So this is the Hot Toys Batman and Robin Mr. Freeze 6-scale figure. They do have two different versions. You have like a deluxe version, which would include the wings and the stand, you know, or you can get just the regular standard collector's one. Please leave a comment and subscribe to as well.